Hey, before we get into today's episode, I want to shine a light on the episode's sponsors. Let me introduce you to a game changer in the world of content creation, Opus Clips. Imagine a powerful app that transforms your longer videos into engaging bite-sized reels that not only capture attention, but also promote your brand, your business, or even you. Most of you have seen the Beyond Business reels of past guests or even me flowing through your feed as you scroll. I love to take credit for the hard work of editing, captioning, and posting to multiple platforms multiple times per week, but Opus Clips does it all for me. With Opus Clips, you don't have to be a video editing whiz to create stunning clips that resonate with your audience. This intuitive app does all the heavy lifting for you, automatically crafting highlights that shine, perfect for social media, marketing campaigns, or simply sharing your creative genius with the world. Are you ready to elevate your content game? Well, head over to the link in the description or scan the QR code right here and unlock the full potential of Opus Clips. Let your creativity flow and watch your engagement soar. Scan the code so it'll stay open in your browser until you finish watching this episode. And when it gets done, start creating captivating reels today. Your brand deserves to shine, and Opus Clips is here to help do just that. Transform your backyard into a paradise with Family Home and Patio, proudly featuring American-made products for unmatched quality and durability. Whether it's a sleek in-ground retreat or an easy above-ground solution, their installation pros bring your vision of the dream pool to life. Their showroom in Decatur, Illinois, not only has premium brand hot tubs with expert installation and top-tier service to keep yours bubbling year-round, but they also carry chemicals, filters, and accessories, and everything you need to keep your water crystal clear and your pool party ready. Their expert pool and hot tub technicians provide professional maintenance and repair to keep your backyard oasis in peak condition year-round. Family Home and Patio is family-owned, family-operated, and family-focused. That's why they treat you like one of their own. Your backyard deserves the best, and they have it, crafted right here in the USA. Family Home and Patio, where relaxation meets home. Give them a call at 217-877-2808. Visit them online at familyhomeandpatio.com or stop in their showroom and have a discussion about how they can make your dream a reality. If you're looking for delicious, healthy meals delivered right to your door, Factor has got you covered. A lot of us who have unhealthy eating habits is simply because we're trying to accomplish everything we can during one day without much time for meal prep. Factor specializes in customizable, affordable meal plans to fit your lifestyle, whether you're trying to eat healthier or simply don't have time to spend in the kitchen. With a wide variety of chef-prepared meals, you can enjoy nutritious options that save you time and keep you fueled throughout your busy day. You get walk through the meal plans where you can specify what you do and don't like, what you're looking for. They accommodate gluten-free, high-protein, low-carb, low-calorie, or you can just do chef's choice if you're not a picky eater and want to be surprised. Quality meals professionally made, packaged, and delivered. If you're thinking there's no way a pre-made refrigerated dinner could taste good, you're in for a surprise with Factor. The quality and portions are exactly what you need, and when you try this, there will be no turning back. Here's the best part. For our listeners, you can get an incredible deal. Use code BB50 at checkout, and you'll receive 50% off your first order plus 20% off all future orders. It's the perfect way to make healthy eating easy and convenient. So head over to Factor75.com and start your journey to healthier meals today. Don't forget to use that code BB50 to unlock your discount. If you're looking for top-notch drone services, look no further. Aerial Elite Solutions specializes in providing high-quality aerial imagery and data for a variety of industries, including real estate, construction, agriculture, telecom, and more. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site surveys for your construction projects, or captivating footage of your event, Aerial Elite Solutions has the expertise and cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. Their team of skilled professionals is dedicated to capturing breathtaking visuals that elevate your projects and help you see things from a whole new perspective. With Aerial Elite Solutions, you're not just getting a service, you're getting a partner committed to bringing your vision to life. So if you're ready to take your business to new heights, literally, reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions today. You can visit them online at flyaes.com, aerialelitesolutions.com, or give them a call at 217-330-7226 to learn how they can help transform your projects with their drone services. As we all know, storm season can bring unpredictable weather, and protecting your home, family, or business is more important than ever. That's where Midwest Lightning Rods is here to help. With nearly 100 years of experience in the lightning protection system design and installation industry, they are the trusted experts keeping your property safe from the dangers of lightning strikes. Midwest Lightning Rod specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is a safe haven during the storms. Their dedicated team understands the importance of safety and offers free estimates to help you decide the best protection for your property. Don't leave safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself the peace of mind at knowing you're well protected. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com or give them a call at 217-872-4676 to learn more about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by Midwest Lightning Rods. Big thank you to the sponsors for supporting the podcast, helping us bring this great content. And now, here's what you've been waiting for. Let's get it. Hey, greetings everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Business. Joining me today is someone who's been specializing in contracting and hospitality industry for years, and he has a really bright future ahead of him as he is doing his father proud as he keeps growing and paving the way for future contractors. It was my pleasure to sit down today with this gentleman, and I hope you enjoy. Welcome, Jake Horve.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive. New episode every 5 days, new voices to share. Laughs and insights, we're all in this affair. Beyond Business, come take a seat. Join the conversation, it's a journey that's sweet. Life lessons learned and laughter from the heart. With every episode, we're making a start.
Thanks for joining me, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you've had time to see how these podcasts go at all, but I usually go I know you a little bit, but I'm going to just take that out of the picture at all because really I know you very briefly. And let's go. You grew up locally?
Forsyth, Illinois.
Yeah. Maroa? Went to school in Maroa?
Yep, Maroa Forsyth.
Class of what?
2011.
Okay. You football player?
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph was in here.
Oh, was he?
Oh, yeah. He went and dude, he had me like that dude's a coach through and through.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're
yeah.
in here. It was, I think, a month after the season was over. I tried to get him in here like the break before they were going to state. And he's like, yeah, not a chance, dude.
Right.
I'm going to be a mess.
Right. Yeah.
But so we let it all simmer and go. And then he came in and yeah, just him talking is just like, yeah, dude, you're about it. Like he is.
He lives it.
He does live it. Yeah. It's another guy. I've known him. So I graduated in 96 and he graduated in like 92.
Okay. So
like he got out of high school as I went in it and he was just a regular athlete, regular dude, whatever. But I've known him, forever. And until I sat here with him, I always just looked at him like, a dude I know who has a coaching gig. But talking to him, it's like, oh no.
Oh yeah, it's a year-round deal.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you'll never not coach. You're stuck, dude.
Yeah, that's his. That's his whole deal.
No, but so when I met you, you were in college. Where'd you go to school after you got
Illinois College?
Illinois College.
Yeah, and I met you right after I graduated.
Right.
It was
Okay.
that summer.
Yeah. Because you played ball. Did you play ball in college, or did you just play ball and also went to college?
Played baseball for 4 years over there. Had a good time. And,
Hell yeah. So walk on, or did you go there to play?
No, I mean I went there to play, but
Okay.
it's it's Division III, so there's no scholarships or anything like that.
Right. So you played baseball in high school. Did baseball? I felt like in 2000, like 5 or 6, all the way up until a few years ago. And I'm a baseball guy, but I felt like it just took a back burner.
Oh yeah, I mean Monroe is a football school for sure.
Yeah, so was it just like, well?
No, I mean it's definitely a football school, but I was a baseball guy all through high school, so
that's what you did.
They've made some progress here the last couple of years. They've been pretty tough, I guess.
Yeah, they got a nice team.
Haven't really been to any of the games or anything since I graduated, but I've I've read on them and
yeah. Well, he keeps a hell of a program in general. Well, whenever Wade was in high school, and Wade is his boy, when he was in high school and Joseph was stuck going to these track meets, that's what made him become the track coach. And he's he goes, wait a minute. Oh, my linemen are going to stay in shape because none of them play basketball or nothing. So it's like, oh yeah, you guys come on, you're on the track team, fool. It's like, perfect. Yeah. It sucks to be you guys.
Yeah. No, thank you on that one.
Yeah, no shit, right? But yeah, I think it was it. You don't play baseball. There's no off season, dude.
Right.
But it's a cool program. But so your family has been how long? How many generations of you guys have been building for a long time? I feel, or at least my whole life. I feel like, I don't know if that's true.
So our company officially started 57 years ago. So
definitely my whole life.
Yep.
Yeah. And who started it? Your grandpa?
My grandpa built some houses and stuff on the side, but not for like a career. He worked for the railroad. So my dad, Steve Horve Sr., was the one that really started it and got the whole thing going. And he was really the one. That
so is there current? Okay, so when you're in high school, was it like I know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I always figured I would go into it. Okay. I mean, I always, like construction and in the hotel business and all that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I always figured that.
So were you removed? Okay, I don't know. I still really don't know the answer to this. I know you get to a point where it isn't like you're out there fucking digging holes personally, or you're not. You know what I mean? You're in charge of a lot of shit. But as a young dude, as even in high school, did your pops have you like on job sites and shit? Like, did you get to have the feel of the trade?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You grew up in it.
So yeah, I mean, I get to go, kind of shadow site supers and do, basic labor stuff, and did that through high school and college, primarily college, but high school I didn't have, a ton of free time with baseball, basketball, football. So it was kind of a different dynamic there. But yeah, college, every summer between the hotels and the construction side, I mean, I've done, you name it. So did every position at, every hotel, and then, the construction side, you got to do everything.
Okay. So you're going, it just seems like it would be difficult, from like your dad's standpoint, not difficult, but you hit a spot. You'll even probably do it with your children one day, to where you go, your dad, first of all, your dad did something right, because you're a hardworking dude. You're a busy guy. You're focused. You're continuing to build and grow the empire that your pops built. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's, hats off there, but that's not always the case. You know what I mean? A lot of times you have successful families that sometimes it misses a generation or whatever, because you go, kind of want my son to have everything, but dude, you have to learn this shit. So was it did he set a certain dynamic, or were you just a person who, a worker, you know what I mean? Or were you like, no, there's no part of me that has my hand out. I know what comes with the territory. Or was there a conversation where it's like, hey, don't think that you got shit, or I don't know. You know what I'm asking?
No, I mean, there was never a conversation like that. It was more, respecting, where he came from. I mean, he grew up in a housing project, Longview Place, in Decatur.
Really?
So came from nothing.
Your pops.
Has the bricks on his desk today from when they tore it down. So
Impressive.
he's a self-made guy. And I mean, I know how hard he worked and what it took to get where he was at. So it never, occurred to me to do anything but, continue to try to push the envelope and grow and develop and take the opportunity I had and grow that. And
good for you.
yeah. So no, there was never a time where it was like,
then somewhere along the lines, you guys were just on the same page, or you were observant of what was going on. Yeah. But you're familiar with what I'm referring to as we can probably even name some that we're not going to man, you have a pretty good opportunity you're not taking advantage of because what happened? Who dropped the ball? Was it this generation that didn't cause you to be
right? And I've got two older half brothers that were, heavily involved in the business, while I was in high school. And, And one of them still involved, especially on the assisted living side. But they, it's kind of a weird family dynamic to where now I've got, a nephew that's involved in it. And, we all kind of like-minded people as far as understanding, what it takes to do this. And, you got to want to, handle the stress load from it and everything like that. But, it was never a thought to do anything other than that. So you just kind of.
Right. A lot of people on the same page. I think what makes what builds success is a powerful team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And for that to just be, your family, which there's a lot of people who go, don't ever include family in business. I don't agree with that. I mean, my dad and I were, I'm second generation in the company and I freaking loved it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we kind of, again, each other's personalities and you have to be able to go, hey, okay, we're done, move on.
Right. Yeah. And I didn't really have any issues with that aspect of it. I mean, there's a culture involved in it and we've got some incredibly talented people that work for us and they're, long tenured employees and we don't have a high turnover rate, especially, at our corporate office. I mean, we've got some really good people that, understand the culture, that understand, what we're trying to do. It's
when you say what you're trying to do and understand the culture, what is it?
So, I mean, there's no ego. Like there is nobody in our office that'll tell you, oh, that's not my job. We don't do that. I mean, you name it. You said you're not out here digging holes. You want to bet?
Right.
I mean, I will.
Right. I didn't mean that.
I know what I'm saying. Yeah, no, it's just everybody understands that this is how we operate. This is what's expected of you. This is, what we're trying to accomplish. So it's a good dynamic in that aspect, but you got to make the culture work.
So so you've been a professional, if you graduated in 11, so what you hit the workforce full time in
2015,
10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Golly,
quick.
Oh, that ages me real quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
Golly,
yeah.
Bro.
It seems like a while ago that I graduated, but 10 years is
10 years. Well, so you have, what was your position, your first position when you hired out of college? Was it like that? Was it like, okay, well now here I am.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was,
do I have to start today?
No, I mean, so there's different sides to, obviously the hospitality side. And I did my internship to the hospitality side. So learning the hotel business and I grew up, around the hotel business. So I knew that, but the construction side, is where I started. So I was, basically shadowing the site superintendent. Right when I got out in 2015 over at the Home 2 off Neal Street in Champaign. So, came onto that job and then started, kind of learning really what our field level guys do. I mean, you need to know what everyone does and, how you're scheduling subs and how you're, basically how you're running, a job site. And then from there, started getting into the estimating and from there just kind of progressed to.
What's your title now? Are you project manager, or do you even do titles?
Project manager,
Depends on the
owner,
job.
whatever. It just depends on the job. Yeah, some
I
days
manage this project. I'm the project manager.
I mean, I do all of our estimating stuff.
Okay.
I do a lot of the front end work.
Okay.
So we're not strictly a general contractor. In fact, we're primarily a developer, but we do third party construction also. So I do a lot of the front end work in terms of putting projects together for us, and whether we're doing something that we're developing ourselves, whether we have a partner on it, whatever. I do just a lot of the front end of the deals, the estimating, somewhat project managing. Just depends on what's going on.
So when you say hospitality,
Mhm.
You mean like hotels, right?
Yep.
You don't mean just building them?
Nope. We build, own, and operate those. So we have a hospitality management company as well. So,
So you're building your own hotels?
Yep.
Oh, freaking great. That's
those and assisted living facilities are probably our two biggest things. We'll do multifamily, we'll do whatever, but those are primarily our mainstays.
So, how's that? It's just like, it's like a franchise? Like you could buy the Hilton name and build a Hilton and you have a Hilton kind of, right?
Yep.
Not that's easy. But
you get your, get a franchise, and we do primarily Hilton and Marriott. We've got a lot of Marriott going on right now, but we've been big in Hilton for a while, but we built, every kind of hotel there is, but those are our two primary brands.
Okay. Oh, but you'll still, your company will also build for whoever, but
Correct.
but you build, own, and operate.
Yep.
Oh, that's great, dude.
Yep. So we do, like I said, some third party construction, and
you guys still build homes?
Not really. No. My nephew Will has done a couple here in the last couple of years. I did a bunch all at once back in like 2018, but it's tough around here. There's not a big housing market.
Yeah.
Numbers right now, not really.
I had Reed Sullivan in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good buddy
And that's
of mine.
it.
Good buddy of mine.
Yeah, that's it. He actually said whenever he had whatever he did with, I think he's got a little neighborhood. I think maybe it was you or your dad or your uncle, or maybe a little bit of everybody was picking your brains when he was coming up with his idea to try to, should he build houses and sell them? Should he not? And he said, one of you told him,
It would have been my dad.
he said, people won't complain about the color of that piece of dirt. Sell the dirt.
Yeah, it's tough to build houses, man. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I
sounds
personally,
good,
it sounds good, but it's you'd be
Yeah.
hard pressed to get me to do one if I don't really know you. But
Why?
that's how
Because homeowners are hard to deal with.
it's such a time consuming process. So you'll spend as much time
for
if
minimal
I was
return.
there's really. Yeah, it's tough to make any money doing houses, but it takes up as much of your time as like a hotel or an assisted living or a major project does. So a lot of details, commercial, everything stays pretty much to plan. I mean, you have little variances here and there and stuff like that with a home.
Oh yeah. If you're not doing 10 homes in a row, so you can treat it like a commercial site, then you're not making money.
Still,
right?
I mean, you've just got so many different variables. You got the homeowner that doesn't like the wall color 3 weeks before they're supposed to move in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's tough. There's just no money in it around here, really. I mean, we've still got lots in Shadow Ridge Estates, and we've done, I can't tell you how many subdivisions in Forsyth that my dad did, back in the day. And it used to sell out a subdivision in a year.
Right. So that's what in my mind, it was like, your pops built Forsyth.
He had a lot to do with it.
I mean,
he did a tremendous amount of the homes in Forsyth, and there used to be a big market for home building, and obviously things have changed a little bit since then, and he got into commercial, and that slowed down a little bit, but we still would do subdivisions here and there, and they obviously did, I couldn't tell you how many
Ridge is
they've done.
beautiful out there, though.
Yeah, it's a nice subdivision,
Yeah.
but it's, right now it's tough to make numbers work because new homes they're pricey. I mean, everything in construction right now is expensive. And
what's up with that? How it was almost like the COVID's way too far away now for that shit never to be back right. I mean, you probably know more than me, but
it's crazy.
We even still, I'm like, we are still getting shit going. Oh yeah, another increase. And it's like, wait, are we ever going to get back to normal first?
So yeah, I mean, and seeing the numbers, I mean, I used to be able to have an idea going into a project without even really doing a bid out, roughly where we'd be at. But now it's like, okay, with things being kind of on a roller coaster, and it was really bad in, 2021, 2022. Everything was pretty much, everything was sky high, and there's, delays on, everything from electrical switchgear to, you name it.
Yeah.
And it was tough then. We were fortunate to have already had everything contracted through that point, and we kind of got through the worst of it. But you still see electrical switchgear that you got to order a year out in order to have it in time for the building to be ready for like a hotel, stuff like that. And I don't know that it'll ever go back to where it was. Lumber's back down somewhat for now. We'll see what these tariffs do in Canada. We'll see what the California fires do.
Yeah, we might see some.
Well, you still get southern yellow pine out of the southern U.S., but there'll be some fluctuation in that, I'm sure. But sheet metal right now, sky high. Electrical, anything, sky high, and it's interesting.
Well,
times.
so that's what it makes it, I would think, difficult. I don't know. Yeah, difficult is, so whenever you're bidding these big projects that are going to be, 24-month builds or what, I don't know, 18-month builds. If shit skyrockets after a contract's already, can the cost be negotiated, or is it in your contract like, hey, if there's this much fluctuation in our cost, then the cost has to go up? Or is it like, now we're stuck? Or
no, we'll lock in our pricing when we sign
if it
a
happens
contract.
to go down, we'll make some money. If it goes up, we'll not make money.
No. Once we lock in with a supplier, that's the number. So if it goes up or down,
Oh,
so
you're saying you're locking in.
We're locking in.
Oh, I got you.
Really, you have to right now. With everything that fluctuates. But no, and there's other ways to do that too. But that's how we do it.
Right.
We want to get stuff coming and get it ordered. And
I'm on a way, way smaller scale, but we had the same thing. We'd be ordering these spools, 500-foot spools of copper, and it's like, oh shit, we priced this in this year, and then construction stopped because COVID, and then we get back rolling, and it's like, oh, we're not even in the same ballpark.
It's scary.
Yeah. But fortunately, at that time, everyone was kind of like, yeah, we know. You can't, everything. You couldn't get PVC.
Right.
It's
making everything else catch up to the cost of construction is what is the biggest factor in all that. So your ADR for hotels and, your assisted living rates and stuff like that, that's all got to be, on a gradual incline as well to make the things work. Otherwise.
So you guys are non-union, right?
Yeah, we are non-union.
So how does that work? Our company's union, but I don't. I don't think I have a choice.
We hire union subs. Most of our assisted livings are HUD finance, so those are prevailing wage jobs. So those typically do go union a lot of times.
Oh, so it depends on the job.
It depends on the job, yeah. But we're not self-performing a trade, so for us it really doesn't matter all that much. But there's some jobs.
Are you required on certain jobs to hire? Oh,
no, we don't have to.
Okay,
we don't have to. It's easier with prevailing wage because you can get an apprenticeship rate on some stuff, whereas they're paying a straight Davis Bacon or prevailing, depending on the project. But we've got a couple coming up in the Chicagoland area, and up there it's just easier to go union with the trades that are up there because that's obviously a big union area. But we'll have a mix on any given job site at any given time. Just kind of depends on the project, and at the end of the day, it's all about numbers.
You think? Agreed. You think? Just your opinion. You think Illinois? You think we're going to have a union for very long?
I don't know if we're going to have anything for very long. It seems like this state, with everything that's going on with the budgets, and obviously we're losing population like crazy. I think Illinois will always have a union.
You do?
Yeah, I think it'll always be
trades union.
Yeah, I think it'll always be that way.
For the guys who have, are already, halfway through dumping a lot of their life into it. I hope so. But there's that other part where, man, the union used to mean, or not, it didn't used to mean, when you got quality people, you were almost guaranteed to get quality if you got people out of the hole. You were going to pay for it, but it's okay if you get what you pay for.
Right.
And that's, I mean, I work with quite a few different trades, and yeah, it's pretty, a lot of the owners are pretty much in the same boat of going, man, I mean, our hands are getting tied here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're forcing us to take more manpower because our manpower sucks, even though we have to pay them prevailing wage.
Well, and I could care less if somebody's union or non-union. I mean, I bid every job both ways, and it's just a matter of who's got good numbers, who's, I kind of look at it like golf clubs, as far as you got to know when to use what club, know when to use what sub, who's good at what, and stuff like that. But I think it's definitely getting, hopefully, past the point now where we're starting to see more kids going back into trades, because there for a while there was a huge shortage.
Oh,
and
dude.
it was crazy to see how hard everybody was pushing college and all that, and that's great. But
what about for those who don't want to just
for all of us? I mean, you got to have guys that are out in the field doing stuff and performing trades. Otherwise, what are we going to do?
Yeah. Well, and so that's what's crazy is when I was growing up, it was almost like there was no glorification in the kid whose dad was a plumber or an electrician or a roofer. You know what I mean? It was almost like they left that, I won't say embarrassing, but it was like a shit job. And really, no, it wasn't. You know what I mean? I think it was almost like blue collar was just, he's just a worker.
Right.
And the whole time it's like, oh, them are the most valuable people, some of the most valuable people we have on the planet.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're the
especially
ones
now that we don't have them.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that make it happen every day. And I think,
we're recognizing it.
Yeah. A lot of people took that for granted. Everybody wants an office job, and that's great. But, this economy runs off of labor.
Your office is in a building that's built.
Correct. So it's, I mean, I think we're going to start seeing that change, but, it's, union, non-union, whatever. It's tough to find people in the trades these days.
Right.
And, it'll be interesting to see how much that changes in the next 5 years.
Right.
But those are going to be the highest paying jobs out here before too awful long.
Right. Well, no, and I wasn't even trying to get you to, or nor was I bashing the union. It just is one of those where you go, you know what? Well, okay, my opinion is it's become so damn political instead of just being, I'm an owner, shouldn't be on the opposite side of the hall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most of the guys that are good journeymen or foremen or whatever, they get it. We are each other. Yeah. But then you have this over here that turns it into something else, and it's going, we're complicating shit, fellas.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are fighting for more money. How about we get some people on the bench? How about we get some quality? So, yeah, I think there are kids that are taking heed to, their dads and uncles and whatever's advice and going, hey, my generation especially was pushed on the go to college, and it doesn't matter. Not even figure it out. It's like, just go. And while you're there, by the time you get your associates, you'll know what you want to do. And then you go some more.
Right.
So you can come home and you're fucked. I mean, you're going to be in the hole.
Right.
So if you happen to borrow money to go to school, So I think that all went together with us thinking that the blue collar jobs, I mean, I think that was all a big plan to go, we're pushing college, we're pushing student debt, and it worked, dude. I mean, you had everybody. I had so many people that I knew that, I mean, by the time I was 25, every restaurant, cell phone store, Best Buy, everywhere were people that had came home from college and were now working the same job they could have got fresh out of high school, but they're going, what the fuck?
Right.
I went and got a arts degree or a business degree, but I don't have a job.
Right. And that's the whole thing is, what's your return on that degree? I mean, can you go out and do something you couldn't have done without getting it?
Right.
I mean, if that's not the case, then you might want to take a second look at it, because there's a lot of fluff degrees out there.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to learn as much in the real world, right off the bat as you will in 4 years of college. College is basically how well can you follow instruction? Can you show up on time? Can you complete the assignments you're given? I don't necessarily know that it's
it
an
shows,
intelligence thing by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, there's some areas that are, but
it teaches you to learn.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of our smartest people don't have college degrees. I can tell you that right now.
Right.
And it's kind of gotten overhyped in some areas. But I mean, I don't know. I don't put a ton into that.
Right.
I mean, I can't tell you.
Of course, you want your accountant to be whatever the fuck you have to be the top accountant in school, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you're designing buildings, then you're an architect and you went to school for it. But yeah, no, I feel you. I hope that the turn goes, it seems like the tides are turning and they are getting younger. There's nothing more valuable and like appealing to me than when I see a young dude that gets it, that is just getting it. You know what I mean? Like he knows he's making $550 today. And he's all about, he loves it. And it's like, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah. And there's opportunities for that. I mean, my generation, especially, I mean, if you got a little bit of grit to you, you can go out and do whatever you want to do.
You're damn right.
There's opportunity.
Yeah.
And they're out there and you start seeing them more and more, but it's just, it wasn't the most popular thing to do there for a long time. And, the ones that did go into the trades that are, however many years into it now are the ones that are really starting to take off, because it takes a while to take off in your career.
So obviously. The apprenticeship programs, I mean, again, I'm talking union just because I'm familiar with that, but it's almost designed for, you're not going to make that good of money until you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, like once you get there though, you're going to have put in your 3 or 4 years, 5 years, whatever, but
you're going to know what you're doing.
Now you're going to know exactly. You're going to know, you're going to be a professional.
Right. And I'm all for the trade schools. I mean, like I said, we're not a union contractor, but I respect the trades and, the trade schools and the amount of stuff that you can learn in doing that, especially coming from, if you're a kid that doesn't know anything about any of that stuff and they can take you in, show you how to do this.
Hell yeah.
Them
trade school. That's the bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they're 10 years old, 10, 15 years old. They started adding these onto these colleges. That's great. Because again, dude, there was mechanic shops shutting down because there's no one to turn wrenches.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking, and you get some of these, I know a few guys that went to school to like turn wrenches on like big trucks, diesel trucks. And there is some very good money.
There's huge money. And I mean, you name it, any blue collar job, especially right now, there's money. There's a lot of money.
Yeah. I seen this, you've probably seen it too. It's been a few years ago, but it was like, I don't know, Facebook or something, had this heavy set dude, big bearded guy. He's a young guy in like a high vis shirt. And he's sitting there and he has the camera on his face. And he's like, when I was in high school, they told me I was just going to be a piece of shit construction worker and I wasn't going to make any money. And he acts like he's crying. He's wiping his face with hundreds.
Yeah.
You guys are right. I'm just a piece of shit construction worker.
Well, and
he like crawls out of this brand new F-350 or something. It's
like, well, I mean, you look at some of these guys and it's like, okay, the ones that get it figured out, and you've got to have a business sense too, to be able to implement your structure and how you're going to run a business and all that. But there's a lot of, there's definitely a lot of money in blue collar trades right now. And that's going to only increase as we have continued.
Well, that's one of the things that you don't have to own. You can just go to work, but you can make yourself valuable.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no good electricians on the bench. There's no good plumbers on the bench.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there are. Sorry if you're on the bench and you are, but the people. It's like you're leaving that company. Well, how long do you need? Because you're coming here,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's around here is not we operate kind of all over the country, and we go into some of these areas that are really really booming, and it's night and day different from here. So you get you understand the value in having a good foreman or a point guy for a subcontractor, because the guys that they have out there, I mean, they're trying to fill spots, but they're all stretched pretty thin.
Right.
So it does help to have, one or two guys that really, really get it, but those guys are never unemployed long, if ever. So it's
right. So what is your range? I mean, do you build all over the country?
Yeah, I mean, we've done stuff, you name it, but I mean, right now, we've done a couple assisted livings in Indiana here recently. We've got a Marriott Residence Inn getting ready to start here in Tempe, Arizona.
Okay.
Here in the next month or two, and then we're looking at other markets. We're looking at expanding into Ohio and the assisted living markets. We've done stuff in Kentucky. We've done stuff in Michigan,
Okay.
Arkansas, New Mexico. I mean,
So you're all over.
Yeah, we go all over.
Do you personally go all over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're running,
You're running,
absolutely.
you go set up shop and
Yeah, I mean, I make my rounds to
Yeah.
to the jobs or whatever, but it's not a weekly thing by any stretch of the imagination, but it's typically a monthly or.
And so do you send, obviously, so you're reaching out to you're getting bids and shit from the
Yep.
contractors in their area. So do you have like a team or something from here that they go and they're on site all the time? Or?
Typically, yeah, we'll
Okay.
send a site superintendent
Yeah, I guess that's
superintendents wherever we go, and then the project manager won't be there daily, but he'll be there
Yeah.
regularly,
Yeah.
weekly, biweekly, whatever. So it just depends on where it's at, and what the project
He's
is.
the one that
and-
it's like, oh, dude will be here Tuesday. Don't do that on Tuesday.
Correct. Yeah, something like that. But it's yeah. So I mean, there's different ways to do it too. I mean, if you're really stretched thin and you're a ways out of your normal operating zone or operating area, you can hire someone, but there is a comfort level with having one of your long-term tenured guys that have the experience. So we typically send our own guys.
I'd say at this point they're probably used to being on the move, I would guess, huh?
Yeah, I mean it. Yeah,
Yeah.
our guys have traveled a fair amount.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's regional, but
Yeah.
we'll stretch out a little bit.
It's part of the deal.
Yeah, and we're fortunate to have guys that have been with us longer than I've been alive in the field still, and we're looking to hire some people here sooner than later. But we're picky.
Yeah.
Most of our guys are long tenured guys, and we try to make it worth their while to stay on with us, and it's always worked out. We try to take care of our guys, and they take care of us. So if you can keep your core group, and
Yeah. The team thing goes both ways for sure.
oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. No, they're hard to find, but if you get the right people in somewhere, you can go a long way.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So assisted living,
Mhm.
that's like retirement homes, like kind of. Is that what that is?
Kind of. So people are free to come and go as they please. Some people will have a vehicle there. Some
Oh, okay.
I'd say the majority
It's like-
won't, but
Like retirement.
yeah. So I mean, we've
Maybe a nurse on staff, but you're
see. I mean, they'll have nurses there. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll have RNs and CNAs and all that, but
Uh-huh.
they it's not necessarily skilled care. So it's not a nursing home. It's very different from that. When you get
Okay.
in depth with it, but we'll do that, and then we have memory care. So like right now, we're doing a memory care edition on our assisted living out in Decatur, Mount Zion, the Evergreen place.
yeah.
So that's a little bit different, but we that would probably be our biggest thing. My brothers got big into that, in the early 2000s, and have done those kind of throughout the state. We've done a couple in Indiana, and I think Ohio is probably our next big market for those. So
Are they all named the same? Hey, I got to
no,
interrupt this episode just for a few minutes to tell you about the sponsors of the show. If you're looking for healthy, delicious meals delivered right to your door, Factor's got you covered. A lot of us who have unhealthy eating habits is simply because we're going nonstop throughout the day. And when the evening comes, we're about ready to crash after we shower, not to spend 45 minutes in the kitchen. Well, Factor specializes in customizable, affordable meals that fit your lifestyle. Whether you're trying to eat healthier or simply don't have time to spend in the kitchen and are tired of spending your time in a drive-through line, Factor's got you with a wide variety of chef-prepared meals. You can enjoy nutritious options that save you time and keep you fueled throughout your day. When you get online to set up your plan, you can specify what you like and don't like, where you're going for, whether it's gluten-free, high protein, low carb, low calorie, or if you're not a picky eater and just want that palate to be surprised, they have Chef's Choice, where chef picks it and they deliver it. They're quality meals, professionally made, packaged, and delivered. I know a lot of you think there's no way a meal that's made some days ago can be any good. You're in for a rude awakening here. They have you covered. You're going to thank me for trying this. And when you do try it, you can get an incredible deal. Use code BB50 for a limited time. You'll receive 50% off your first order. BB50. And you'll get 20% off all future orders, but you have to act on that 50% first. It's a perfect way they're making healthy eating easy and convenient. So head over to factor75.com and start your journey to healthier meals today. Don't forget to use that code BB50 to unlock your discount. Your backyard should be more than just a patch of grass. It should be a destination. At Family Home and Patio, they bring the best of relaxation and fun straight to your home. Immerse yourself in luxury with their top quality hot tubs built for comfort and crafted right here in the U.S. Take a plunge with a brand new pool, whether it's elegant in-ground escape or a convenient above-ground favorite. They install them all. Keep it sparkling with their full line of pool and spa supplies, and trust their expert technicians to keep your water clean and clear and your equipment running smoothly. As a family-owned business, they believe in quality care and craftsmanship, and because your backyard deserves the best. Upgrade your outdoor space with Family Home and Patio, your trusted source for everything pools and spas. Call 217-877-2808. Visit them online at familyhomeandpatio.com, or if you're in Decatur, Illinois, come on through and pay them a visit and see how they can make your dream oasis a reality. Let me introduce you to a game changer in the world of content creation, Opus Clips. Imagine a powerful app that transforms your longer videos into engaging bite-sized reels that not only capture attention, but also promote your brand, your business, or even you. Most of you have seen the Beyond Business reels of past guests or even me while you're scrolling through. I'd love to be the one taking credit for the hard work of clipping, editing, posting, all that multiple times per week. I don't do it. I drag it, drop it. Opus Clips does it all. You don't have to be a video editing whiz to create stunning clips that resonate with your audience, and you don't have to try to learn how to become a video editor. This intuitive app does all the heavy lifting for you, automatically crafting highlights that shine perfect for social media, marketing campaigns, or simply sharing your creative genius with the world. If you're ready to elevate your content game, scan the QR code right here to unlock the full potential of Opus Clips. Let your creativity flow and watch your engagement soar. So what are you waiting for? Click that link and start creating captivating reels today. Your brand deserves to shine, and Opus Clips is here to help you do just that. Aerial Elite Solutions is a drone service provider specializing in providing high-quality aerial imagery and data collection for a variety of industries. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site survey for a construction project, detailed inspections using IR, or captivating footage for your events, Aerial Elite Solutions has expertise in cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. With FlyAES.com or contact them at 330-7226 to learn how you can transform your business with their service. With nearly 100 years of experience in lightning protection system design and installation, Midwest Lightning Rods are the trusted experts in keeping your property safe from the dangers of lightning strikes. Midwest Lightning Rods specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is a safe haven during the storms. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself the peace of mind this storm season. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com for more information. Now, let's get back at it.
Done those kind of throughout the state. We've done a couple in Indiana, and I think Ohio is probably our next big market for those. So,
are they all named the same?
No, not all of them. I mean, a lot of them are Heritage Woods products, but there's Evergreen Place Indicator, there's Eagle Ridge, there's White Oaks, there's
right. Yeah, that's again how was it? Is that so? The hotels and the assisted living, are those? Do you get into projects by getting contracted to build for a third party and then go, Let's look into this.
So that's how my dad got into hotels back in the 80s and the early 90s, I think, 'cause he was doing a lot of Budgetels at the time, which was a big brand.
Yeah.
And he he was building a lot of them and thought,
He's like, what's
I'd
up
like
with
to
this?
own I'd like to own one of these, is what he's always told me. He's like, I'd like to own one of these, and then kind of got into those, and we did Country Inn and Suites back when that was a big brand, and Radisson's, and gradually kept growing that side of things and got into Hilton's, and and then my brother's partnered up with one of our long-term partners on some of the assisted livings as far as being the contractor for them, and then got tied in and got some ownership in some of those, and then that's really grown. So that's a big thing though. So we've got a group that does a lot of assisted living and memory care.
I'm drawing a blank. You would know if I said it too. When you were naming them, I was trying to see if you were going to name. So there was a company that we did 10 of their facilities, did the lightning protection on, and they were memory care. I want to say Evergreen, but I'm just saying that because you said it. That's why it's in my head. But they were all over, and they were big, not tall.
Yep.
But they were big, and everybody had their own patio, and everybody had their own, like, it was like apartments, almost one-story apartments, and it was in a big square, so there was like courtyards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we went and I don't know what the deal was. I want to say they were, the places were changing hands, and I don't know if the person that was buying them had a bad run-in with some surges or lightning, but they were adamant.
Really?
Like, I'm not doing anything until you have lightning protection on it. And I was like, well, I love that he said that.
Well, yeah, we usually wait till we get burnt a time or two and then we do it.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Yeah,
but no, so I'm guessing it was something like that. Somebody had been.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
Because hell, we've been to Champaign. There's an apartment complex and a hotel over there that, I mean, every 3 years for the last 20 years, it's changed hands. They get struck. I give them a price.
And they never do it. Oh, well.
And then it changes hands again.
Well.
And then they get struck again. Yeah. And it's like, well, different insurance company, different.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's just like, whatever. Here, I don't need to come back. Here,
right.
Here's your price.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard telling which group it was. I mean, there's some
But there were several, and they were really similar. I know the closest ones was like there was one in Springfield and one in Bloomington. But I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on them. But they were all pretty similar to each other. But it was one of those where you go, damn, there's a lot of these. And as I looked them up, it's like, oh no, there's like 28 of these throughout the country. Same deal. Somebody had built them over the years. Mm-hmm. And a certain number of them were changing hands is what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a big business. I mean,
it's a need.
It's a need. And the people that go into them, they love them. There's usually a battle to get someone to go into one, but when they do, the social life increases, and they've got activities and they've got their daily schedules. So especially if someone's lost a spouse or whatever, the people that go in there, they give them a week or two and they
socialize.
Then you can't get them out to do anything.
Dude, we did one of the jobs, one of them that we did. I can't remember where it was at. It was several hours away, but I kind of just popped. The guys were doing the shit. I popped up, and it was hot as fuck. So I show up with the cooler, a pop-up tent, give these guys a little shade area, put a couple of them battery-powered fans out there, and just tell them come chill for a minute. And there was an old lady that lived there, but she pulled her chair up too.
Oh yeah,
she's like, "I'll bring some stuff over to your picnic." Like,
they will interact with you, because like when we go do our remodels of these places, like we're doing 5 or 6 of those right now. All the site guys will tell you, that's so and so.
Hey, don't be putting that on my part of it. I don't want it. I'm like, it's not what you think. We're not.
They're very opinionated. They are very opinionated on stuff.
It's funny though.
Yeah,
because you can look at it and go, it's going to be me one day.
Yeah, inevitably.
Yeah, no, but that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's at least that's kind of rewarding. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're helping
right
in the. Big range of things. That's helping people.
Yeah.
How many on an average, how many people do you guys employ? Any idea?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, there's a few.
Take a guess.
Probably, I don't know, 500, something in that range.
Hell yeah.
So that would be directly under us. And then,
That's awesome, dude.
yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
It's a ton of jobs.
Yeah.
That's a ton of families.
Yeah, no, it's, and it varies. I mean, sometimes we'll sell a hotel staff or we'll sell a hotel and the staff obviously goes with it
Yeah.
and, stuff like that. So it varies from time to time, but somewhere in that range. And then obviously the assisted livings, which is what we've got the most of, we use a third-party management company that we're involved with. But
Yeah.
that's not, I wouldn't say that's a direct employee, but that's a big chunk
Yeah.
of people involved in that side of things. I mean,
I would think with something like that, you would almost, there has to be a company that they would specialize in those kind of.
there's so much red tape for the medical side and the
only
liability side. So we've got a great relationship with Gardent that does all of ours, and they
And that's what they do is you give us, you have the facility, we'll come run it.
yeah, and
Perfect.
it's a partnership, or sometimes we'll do a joint venture with them where they
Mhm.
own a portion of it as well.
Yeah.
And we've got a great long-term track record with them. And
Yeah. Yeah. That red tape, I'm sure it's not even, it's cheaper to let someone else deal with it.
it would be
You wouldn't even be open.
I don't know
right?
how you would. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it would be a full-time
Right.
nightmare to deal with some of
For
the
sure.
stuff that they've got to deal with. But
I could imagine.
we've-
For good reason on a lot of it, I'm sure.
yeah, I mean it's
It
tough
is
to
health.
find CNAs, and it's tough
Mhm.
to manage the people and make sure that everyone in there. We're picky about staffing in those, because obviously we do care about the residents
Yeah.
that are in our facilities. So you can't just hire anyone. So I mean they've done a great job with staffing them with like-minded people. So but yeah, that's a big part of our
Right.
operation as well.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't think you were going to say that many people, but that is, no, I just think I didn't ask to pry. I think it's just hats off that your family helps 500 families, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Ish.
Yeah,
You
ish.
know,
I don't
or
know
maybe
that
1,000, maybe, or however many. It's a lot of
Yeah.
people that are
Right.
eating off of showing up to work, man, doing their job, and
Yeah.
a lot of them, it sounds like, probably do it pretty well. That's why
They
they're
do.
gonna.
They do.
Yeah.
We've got some really good people, and it's hard to find good staff.
yeah.
And I mean, especially today's day and age, there's a lot of turnover in any industry. But
Right.
we've been fortunate, and we've got a good thing going with.
What do you think the trick is there? Just when you find them, keep them happy and keep them.
Yeah, I mean, treat everyone right. I mean, you don't, regardless of what their title is. I mean, sit down and talk to them. Know everyone's name. Know what they do. Thank them for doing the job that they do, because it's a lot to do any job. Day in and day out. So I think it's important to have an understanding of what everyone does that works for you in terms of what their day to day is, and you got to be a little bit flexible sometimes, and you still have to have your structure as far as how things are to be done, and what we allow and what we won't. But you can work with people as easy as you can go against them. So we try to be a good employer in that aspect, in terms of we're flexible when something's not going right in their personal life, and
Yeah.
that type of stuff. But yeah, just treat people right. And
Well, that's huge, really,
Yeah.
because I don't even know if you have been in the position, but to have you come on a job site is intimidating, right? I mean, I'm just not intimidating, or it's just like, fuck.
yeah, our guys would probably tell you that, the ones that I've been
Yeah.
in the field with, because I like to
Yeah.
razz them a little bit.
Yeah. But no, it's just the deal. It's just,
I get it.
even if it's, if no one even knew you and they just knew your name,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It's like, oh, When really it's like, just, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. No, the ones that really know me, absolutely not. But yeah, some of the subcontractors from time to time.
Right. But no, so that is huge for, to have, even whether it be an owner of a company or whatever, that goes and takes the time, I guess, to know who the hell. Yeah, let's know who's working for me here. I'm here. Let's see who's who. What's what? What's going on?
They know that, like with us, we'll do whatever needs done. I mean, if something, if they need me to do whatever, all I have to do is call me. There's nothing I won't do or nothing that. Right. Well, that's not my job title or anything like that. That isn't how that works. So I mean, as long as you're, you check your ego at the door and you don't ever treat them like anything but an equal. I mean, you never have a problem with them. So that's a lot of the. Was that taught to you, or did you? That's just the kind of guy you've always been. Because you started off young, right? So even now to go, you're working with guys that have been in the career longer than you've been alive. That can't have been easy, because at 22, 23, even if they know you, you're still a kid, even though you're not. Right. Oh, absolutely. But in the trades and in the game, they're going. So there had to be something, and maybe it's just how you are. That, is it just your personality was always just ego's unnecessary? Let's make a team. Or did you learn the hard way, I guess? Or or it just always was you, so it worked? I mean, maybe your pops did it? My dad, he's the most non-egotistical person I've ever met. He's very humble and never had to, have an ego for anything. I mean, he's very mellow. And you look at where he came from and where he is now, and you're like, dude, you earned it. If you want to have one, you can. Yeah, there's never been a time though where anybody, my brothers, anybody in our office that really had an ego. I mean, I'm not a real egotistical person. That's great. I just don't. Yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, no, it doesn't work. You're correct. I mean, I see, some like people in the field occasionally, and you'll have one of the foremen or whatever that really, dogs the guys. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll get on anybody at any point in time. Yeah. And I'm typically the heavy when something does need to get emphasized, but never just to disrespect guys. I mean, you got to respect what everyone's out there doing. We're all trying to make it. And if you get guys out there that don't respect guys, you're not going to get as much out of them anyways. I mean, you see it. Yeah. They're going to do things in spite of you. So no, I mean, if you treat everyone right, I mean, they'll look out for you too. Right. So, no, that's big. That's good to hear. It's good to hear you say, just because a lot of people don't think of it. You know what I mean? It's usually a lot of it, like you said, is once they earn the spot of being in charge. Mm-hmm. Even though a lot of them aren't, they just are in charge of the day. Right. They feel that. It's almost like they got them stripes or whatever, to where it's like, you just fucked. That was the worst thing that could have happened. Yeah. Right. Well, it starts at the top too. I mean, you can't have a big ego and expect that to not transfer down to the guys below you and stuff like that. So I mean, I always just look at it, like you said, kind of as like a team thing where, hey, do your job. Right. Here's what we're doing. Do your job, and you never have an issue. But I'm not a big I guy. It's always we. Yeah, we are doing this. We are going wherever. And it's it's easy to be easy with people who do their job and are good. Yeah. It's You just do it on a big scale, so I commend you for it. I think that's really cool. What projects you guys got cooking? Are you guys doing the dispensary? We are. In fact, where is it? Is it an existing building or a new building? So it's an existing building. It's the old Hickory Point Bank building across from right by the mall. Yeah, right by the mall. We built that originally back in the late 70s. So obviously well before my time. But yeah, we're doing the dispensary. I'm actually there pretty much on a daily basis right now, because it's 400 yards from our office. And so what was the deal? I thought they wouldn't. Is that not Decatur? No, that's Forsyth. Okay. So wasn't there a whole deal with there can't be one in Decatur or whatever? Yeah, so you can't have one in the city. The city proper of Decatur, you cannot have one. Okay. But so Forsyth, Forsyth's its own thing, and it was going to go somewhere. So was there pushback at all, or are we past that? Not really. I mean, there's a
They're
little
like,
bit.
no, the
There
people who
was
push back now go to Harristown.
well, there was
Get
apprehension.
gummies.
There was an apprehension with a lot of people, I think, initially, and I've had more people ask me about that than any other project we've done, like asking me questions about, are they going to have this product or that product? I don't even know what some of this stuff means, man. I'm like, God, I don't know.
We're going to have,
I'll make it look like the picture, but I don't know.
We're going to
look at their
hand them
website,
the
I
keys.
guess. But but I get all sorts of wild questions about it. But no, I mean, it's basically a liquor store. I mean, it's not, you can't consume the product on site. So it'd be like Friar Tuck. That's, 300 yards north of that you can buy a product at and
Take it
you
home
leave.
and
But
do
it's
it.
not like a bar. So it's not anything different than that. It's here.
Yeah.
We're not going to get rid of it at this
Right.
point. It's, if you can tax it and keep, property taxes down or whatever it takes to.
Well, man, some of these towns, they're everywhere.
They are.
There's,
Yeah.
I mean, there's, yeah.
And it's pretty strictly regulated. I mean, the state is very, strict about what they will and won't allow. And, I've learned a lot.
Oh, you're talking about on the building side.
No, I mean, on the
oh.
building side, like we had to disable the drive-throughs
yeah.
at the bank there. But no, I mean, it's just a lot of.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is highly regulated and taxed to shit.
Yeah, no, it's a big tax.
Yeah.
It's a big tax revenue. So,
We'll just see how many people you see walking from like the mall or Taco Bell over like, no one wants my car to be.
yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're 2 or 3 years from seeing it at gas stations.
No doubt.
Honestly, I
No
mean,
doubt.
it's
Yeah.
anymore. You have a different client
It was
base.
established.
Yeah.
It was established.
You have a different client base that goes to those versus wherever too. But I went to all the meetings on it, and you learn a little bit about their industry. But again, people ask me,
have
all the
you
time,
been in one of these dispensaries that when they're open? I don't know, dude. It is not even close to the people you would expect. It's like I felt like my parents' friends. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it definitely wasn't like stoners or whatever. I guess you know what I mean? I guess the people who don't get it, it's not like, there's going to be a bunch of stoners hanging out in the parking lot. No.
No, you can't. They've got on-site security that will not let you hang out in the parking lot.
But you know what I'm saying? It is.
Yeah.
It's in and out, and go on your business. But
yeah, that was kind of I didn't realize that was going to generate that much publicity and stuff. It was like, wow, this is still kind of
that's the deal,
taboo
dude.
thing as far as overall public opinion. But
I could talk all day about going. I think liquor might be the trigger of negative behavior more than anything.
well, probably, yeah.
You can buy liquor.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think someone got so stoned they made bad choices. I think they just fell asleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like it's definitely less of a wild behavior.
Yeah. Well, what's hard is it was like the heart of the war on drugs 30 years ago. So now it's like, wait, just forget that, right? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's always going to be a
Let us
taboo
know what to do.
subject of some
Right,
sort, at
yeah,
least for the next,
yeah.
I'd say, decade, and then it'll be kind of an everyday thing. I'm sure.
There's people now. There's I heard, like Joe Rogan.
Hmm?
So he was talking to, it was like a science. Oh fuck, I don't know his name. And the scientist fellow was saying that his take is that, and they're actually working in legislation to try to put something in the works to like legalize most street drugs to tax, because, and their fight is that this fentanyl deal is they're like, we're literally, we might as well regulate it and let people. And it's like, what? Heroin and cocaine?
Yeah,
That's a terrible idea. The dude's point behind it made total sense. But then you go, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're right. But what?
Yeah. You don't want to regulate ruining somebody's life.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
going to go to
heading,
the
but-
meth line today.
Yeah.
What? Like,
No.
yeah. It was like, I get regulating, but maybe just don't do that shit. you don't want to die. How about that?
They'd be hard pressed to get that legislation through.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I think they might be. They've wasted time doing a lot of stuff. So who knows?
Yeah. Get me started on that. But.
Doge, baby. So is it that's what's probably got to be insane though, is how much, because you're on the estimating end.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, man, we can build this building here and we can build it here and here. And it costs so much different in these 3 locations.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it depends on, how busy contractors are. If guys are, sitting around, there's not a lot going on in an area, they'll be more aggressive on pricing on that end of it.
Oh, yeah.
You've also got different suppliers in different regions of the country and different markets, and everything's relevant. Labor prices vary depending on where you're at and in the state or in the country. I mean, Northern Illinois, Chicagoland area is as expensive as it gets.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy what it costs to build up there, but everything's expensive up there. So obviously people are making the salaries it takes to live in that market. But you go there to, over in Indiana and it's like,
build something 100 miles away for half the money.
I mean, there's a difference. It's not half, but it's like the labor rates and stuff over there are definitely different. And you look at Indiana and it's booming.
Right.
I mean, compared to here. And obviously the Phoenix metro is as booming as anywhere in the country. It was the fastest growing. It's probably top 3 now.
Phoenix?
Phoenix metro. So,
okay.
Yeah, we're right there in Tempe, but that's, a suburb that runs.
And what's there? What drew you there? You just keep an eye out of what's up and coming and blowing up and go, let's go? Or
no, we've done, I think 4 hotels out there back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And, we've sold those since, but our partner group, that we do a lot of hotels with, we've both partnered with them and we've built for them, had a piece of ground out there and they bought that, years ago, and it's really grown up around it. And they wanted to do this project that they've had in the works for a while. And,
so do you keep anything or, I mean, is it the goal to make them successful and then go, okay, now they're worth this, so let's get rid of it. And then
everything's for sale, but hotels especially, we build them like we're going to own and operate them forever. And we plan on doing that. I mean, your pro forma is based on that. And then sometimes you'll get a wild offer on a property. And at that point,
it's yours.
Yeah. Have at it. So,
and that's probably what would make it valuable is it's being operated like it's going to be. So it makes it
Yeah. I mean, you've got to get,
too.
I mean, you've got to get NOI up and ADR's got to be solid in occupancy and all that too. But, I mean,
so out in Arizona, you're going, we know the area because we put hotels out there already.
No, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant. We liked building out there. It's a great place to build stuff. And, it's obviously it's a dry climate. You don't have winter costs and you don't have, rain delays and stuff like that.
But you get people, does it? Necessarily?
A hotel
don't equal people staying in it.
No, I mean, your markets. So that when you're going into it, you'll do a comp set. So you'll do a star report and see what your competition's getting for ADR, which is your average daily rate per night. So what they're getting per room per night.
So see around you who's booking.
Yeah. And that if you're putting a certain product in there, like a Marriott Residence Inn, for instance, that's a big product for Marriott and that's a well-known product and that those brands perform well. And we're in an area that's booming.
Right.
So if we don't do it, somebody else would do it. So it's, it just, going into it, this is what we can get for ADR in this area. And, and stuff like that. So
you spend quite a bit of time just doing homework, huh? I mean, it sounds like there's a whole lot that has to go into before.
And that's anything. Yeah, that's anything you develop. I mean, you've got to be able to make the numbers work. So you'll contact contractors early to get, a basic idea of what you're looking at cost wise. And from there, you'll fine tune, you value engineer, you'll do whatever.
Yeah.
And, you'll know going into an area and you can tell by what's going on around you in some of these areas that we go into and watch what populations do. And if an area is growing, then
right.
And there's other metrics too, but that's primarily what.
Right. And it only makes sense if you go put a hotel in and then the area booms around it. that would maybe have someone come bring a crazy offer.
Well,
And then you go,
you-
or I'm going to keep it because it's booming around us.
typically you try to get in an area that's already booming. So, I mean, you might,
You just get in. Where it's-
you got to be able to get a good piece of property, a good, the ground's got to work, and you've got to have
yeah.
a certain exposure. And, like I said, there's a lot of metrics that go
yeah.
into it, but if you find the right piece of property in the right area, I mean,
So when you travel do you travel for fun?
a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll go wherever, but yeah.
Do you have,
Yeah.
do you have a normal, do you have normal life?
Yeah.
too?
I have a normal life, but
So do you catch yourself? Are you always scoping?
yeah.
Are you,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I look at, some of the areas and it's like, oh, this would be a good spot for this or that
Yeah.
or whatever. And
Have you ever been on just you and your lady out just on a trip somewhere and saw something that you actually ended up pursuing later? That you weren't there to look at this place, but you said, "Yep, I'm going to note to self this one."
not that wasn't kind of on the radar already ahead of time.
Okay.
The only one I could think of, and we're not actively pursuing it, was Northwest Arkansas was kind of an eye opener. I had to go to a teammate's wedding there a couple years back, and that's obviously Bentonville's where Walmart is, and it's a pretty nice little area over there. So as soon as we looked around a little bit there, I'm thinking this is a good spot for some multifamily and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean it's
yeah.
you find yourself looking at different areas, and it just depends on kind of where everything's at in the world.
Right.
I mean,
So is your dad still works, right? Is he retired?
he still comes into the office, but
Does he call himself? Will he call himself retired ever?
now he would. Yeah,
Okay.
he had some health issues, so
Okay.
he's taken obviously a big step back. So he's pretty well.
Okay. Good for him.
Yeah, he's retired. So yeah, but he's
That's the way my dad's hang it up too. Is it's like the doctors. We had a bout and he made it out of too. So
yeah.
That's where it was like, hey man, better enjoy some life.
Yeah, exactly. So he's he's out of it now, but he's out in Arizona currently and just
Okay.
kind of living life. And
Is that he has a home out there?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
perfect.
So he's out there
That's
in
good for him,
good
man.
weather and all that. But
Yeah.
he's
He checks in, huh? Checks
Well,
in when he needs to.
he likes to look at things still occasionally, and I'll take him to, if I'm going to a site meeting or whatever.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll take him to some of those. But yeah, he's
Talk about an interesting journey, right? And that's powerful, man. Your pops just did.
oh yeah, I mean he's seen it all.
He's the man.
Well, yeah, and going through the high interest rates in the 70s.
Yeah.
And, how you get through those, and some of the things he's done over the years to, how do you get through this, or what would you do here and stuff like that. He was a great resource for everything in terms of that aspect
And
of it.
he probably learned most by doing. I mean,
Yeah, he's a different animal.
Is he?
He's incredibly smart.
Really?
He's a sharp guy, but he's very easygoing, very mellow, and works well with people. And he'll tell you
and I don't know him, but I have been told that about him.
he's-
You would never know him. You would never know you were talking
Yeah.
to whoever you're picturing. You would never know that's who you're talking to when you actually are talking to him.
right. Yeah,
And it was
no.
like a compliment. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. He's a super mellow and easygoing and no ego at all. But
Yeah.
he's been through a lot of different dynamics in business in terms of growing the business and overcoming obstacles.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Seeing the technological change and things over the
Huge.
years and all that. So yeah, he's been a great resource to have.
No doubt. No doubt. I'm sure he's proud too that things are just growing and growing, dude.
Yeah.
And even in the 10 years you've been involved, I'm sure, I mean, the assisted living facilities, is that something that's just started happening in the last 10 years, or you guys were doing that before?
No, my brothers were doing that, mid 2000s when we really got big
Yeah.
into those. So they really took off with that. And then,
Is there anything that you have done is there anything that is like your thing? Or you're like, oh, it's all my thing, but I don't know. Like is there anything that you started, I don't know, this hotel, now we build and operate these because this is what I wanted to do.
We've got us into more Marriott here of late, but overall, no. I mean,
Right.
When they've done this for Dad started at 57
Yeah.
years ago, there's really nothing I can go out and build that he hasn't done. So it's like, yeah, well, we've done that before. Or whatever. But no, I mean,
Yeah.
our main three would be hotels, assisted living, and multifamily apartment deals,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So those are kind of what we were doing when I came in, obviously. And
So when it's cold here, you guys are operating where it's warm?
no, we're
Not
out here.
necessarily.
We're out here freezing like morons. Like
Okay,
everybody else is.
okay,
So,
good for you.
We try to get
Hell
under
yeah.
roof by the time the snow flies, but it just depends on the year. This year was tough winter wise, so it was not a great.
How about the last week was like went summer to like what the snowed
it,
yesterday, I think.
yeah, it did. Yeah, so it's
It's insane.
yeah, there's not a lot of consistency in the weather at this point, but no, I mean we're here year round. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't.
What do you see? You don't have kids? You have kids?
Yep.
How many?
One.
Boy or girl?
Girl,
How old?
5 months.
Ooh, congratulations, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
How you like that?
Love it.
Do you have I assume you're busy with work,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I assume it entails time.
Mhm.
So did you have to do you have to set a schedule now? You know what I mean? It's a little bit different than being able to tell a lady, hey man, I'm tied up. But now you're like, no, there's someone else I really want to see there.
No, it's it's just my schedule's never the same.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of a run and gun.
Mhm.
It's
And wife gets it. So she
100%.
going
Yeah,
in.
no. She knew that going in, but she's great, and she's been able to, spend a lot of time, with her daughter and all
Right.
that. But no, I mean, I'm not busy to the point where I don't see him or anything
Okay.
like that. So I mean, I'm still for the most part home every night. And
Okay.
but as far as a scheduling time thing,
You're like, nah, I'll be there.
well, yeah, you can't. I mean, there's
No.
times where something wild comes up, then okay, I got to go here and do this or that, and it takes an understanding from everybody from employees to family to understand that I've got to do this to make this work, and
Sure.
and we all operate like that. So
Everyone is kind of everyone figures it out as they go, as much as you already know what to do. You have I've never had a 5-month-old before.
yeah, no, that's a little different. That I am clueless on, but that part I'm winging. But no, I mean everything else has been
Great.
good, and you just kind of
That's life changing there, man.
Yeah.
Have that kid.
you just
great.
kind of wing it and
Hell
learn
yeah.
as you go.
Yeah. Feel like you're doing good. At least you can look for that confirmation at night. Go,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
look, she's breathing, she's smiling.
Yeah, and
I did
very little of that is my doing. So I
That's great.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So if you had to, because you're how old are you?
32.
What if you could look ahead 20 years, what do you want the company to be? Exactly what it is?
No, I mean, I think you've got to grow. I mean, I don't think you can ever, have a company that's goal is to stay stagnant or stay, kind of where you're at. I mean, you've got to diversify. I mean, I think for us, with where markets are at right now, multifamily is probably going to be a bigger
It's
portion of what
apartment
we've got.
complexes.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I think 55 and older, multifamily apartments that are just standard market rate with no age limitations.
So do you ever go buy complexes, or are you like, we would rather build?
We bought Christian Village here in the last 2 months. So we bought the duplexes over there. We don't, not the skilled care facility. We don't do skilled care, but we bought all the duplexes. So if something in like our backyard's available, we'll buy stuff. I mean, we're as much real estate investors as we are anything else. I mean, we're kind of a full service real estate company in that aspect, but typically we develop and build. But if the right complex or the right opportunity comes about, absolutely we'll buy stuff.
Would you ever have another home? Is your home base is Decatur?
Home base is Decatur.
Would you ever have another home base also?
I don't know. I mean, I get asked that all the time. You know, why Decatur? Decatur's always been home. We've
Right,
always
right. Oh, I
been-
get
and
that.
that's-
I just didn't know if it was
yeah,
like, well,
and
if we built 20
No, I mean-
hotels in Arizona, then I'd have a
no, I
home
mean,
base
we
there.
would, you know, I don't know what the state of Illinois is going to be like. It's not necessarily Decatur that you question. It's what's the state going to be like compared to
Yeah.
some of these other states that are obviously far more pro business. Yeah, I would say we would look at, you know, having definitely a foothold in some other states, you know, going forward. I don't know that we would ever be completely out of Decatur for
Sure.
that aspect. I mean, I think we'll always have an operations base here, but you know, can't say never, but you know,
Yeah.
I'd like to expand out a little bit more into the mid South and, you know, look at some of these southern states where everyone's kind of moving to right now and see where the markets take you. But we can do what we do anywhere.
You shouldn't be able to go 150 miles east, west, or south and save that much money as a business owner. We should get it together, dude. I mean, something here needs to happen.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's insane. It's
Yeah.
just like, what? Yeah. It's like
it's the highest
is.
property taxes in the nation. So, I
cra-
mean,
it's
it's crazy to think that, you know, we've gotten to this point, and a lot of it's obviously Chicago,
Yeah.
but you know, we don't.
which if you have. So, but if you are up there, it makes sense. But we are not up there. I won't say it makes sense, but some of it, I mean, that's a whole nother world it's a whole nother state compared to the rest of the state.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know, it is a city. It is a huge, you know, or I won't even say the shit makes sense. It makes more sense than it does to us where we're just getting fucked most of the time as small business owners. It's like,
Yeah, and the only reason we do anything up in that area is the assisted livings. They're financed obviously through HUD, so they can accept Medicaid. So that rate's high enough to make that work. But if you were trying to do, you know, most standard, you know, business models up there, really don't work. I mean, your margins aren't there, and
right.
it's a different world. But it shouldn't be the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, you look at some of these cities that are really expanding, and they're not run like that. I mean,
No.
there's been obviously just decades of corruption up there that
Right.
that have gotten us to where we are now. But it affects the whole state. I mean, it's not just Chicago. What happens up there impacts down here. Obviously, when we get, you know, a budget that's so far out of whack, and
Right.
you know,
Right. Yeah. It doesn't. I know a few companies and a few contractors that shot from Danville area just to, 40 miles away to Terre Haute or whatever. And
Mhm.
yeah, a few years ago. And it's just like best decision they made. It's like, that's a damn shame. I get it, but that's crazy.
Oh, it is. I mean,
It's a great call, but that's crazy.
yeah, yeah,
You had to do that.
yeah.
It's
No,
like, not only that, but I'm also was living in a, $200,000 house. And now I'm over here living in a $500,000 house cheaper.
no, that's 100%. I mean,
And it's like, what? He's like,
know.
yeah, I don't even know how this is happening. My wife's in charge of the money, but
well, we went into Noblesville. We have Heritage Woods in Noblesville, one of our assisted livings up there, and that's a very affluent area. And you've got Carmel, Noblesville,
Oh, yeah.
Fishers, all
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that little row
yeah,
there.
my sister lives over in Carmel.
And you look at some of the housing prices over there compared to here, and it's like,
Yeah. What?
yeah, how is this possible? And you look at the property taxes, and it's comical, but it's just you know,
Right. Because
Yeah.
aren't they capped at like 1% or it's something crazy, real low taxes?
I'm not sure what the residential
It
cap
yeah.
is, but I know that it was like a tenth of what we were here
Right.
at the time we were looking.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's bizarre, but you know, that's
We're here.
they have a surplus and we run deficit. So you know,
It is what it is. But yeah, at some point it'll happen. It's like, it'd be nice to feel some of that change come,
I don't know that it ever will,
right?
unless they do some sort of a intervention on the federal level where they come in and, you know, either audit the state or
I think
I
the
don't
only
know.
one that'll make that happen has got his plate full for the next few years.
Yeah, but otherwise it'll never happen. I mean, they
You're
don't
right.
care. They just
They just sit in the joint,
well, they
send
just
him to
keep,
jail and get a new governor.
well, they just I
It's
mean, they just
crazy.
keep upping the taxes, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
you know, you think you'd learn, but we're not going to do that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but something would absolutely have to change across the board in the state in order to make that happen. So I don't know what the future holds for Illinois, but what we're doing now is not sustainable.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, you're making it so. Yeah, it literally is. If you don't just want to be here because it's home base,
right,
then it doesn't make sense to be here.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You can. There is some. Yeah, I mean, overall,
financially, I just mean, you could be cheaper to drive here.
Yeah,
every day
absolutely.
from somewhere. It's like shouldn't be like that. Right?
No, it shouldn't, but
it is. Slowly but surely keeps getting worse too. So we'll see.
It's got to come to a head.
Yeah,
I hope.
We'll see.
I hope.
Yeah. I don't even know shit about politics. I just know about taxes.
They're
related.
It
all goes together.
Yeah, they're correlated. I can tell you that, but that's a whole other.
Yeah, no shit. Well, dude, I'm glad you came in and you're killing it, man. I'm happy for you. I'm excited.
Doing the best we
for
can.
what you're doing. And you always say that non-ego, check your ego. That's huge. People could take a lot from that, because you, by all rights, if anybody could have one, it could be you. Yeah, that's how it works, dude.
Well, you're nothing without the people around you.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
right. But I mean, to be aware of that is a really powerful characteristic and trait. You know what I mean? To have, because you can do well and be a dick and have people not like you. And there's those people too, and they're miserable and nobody likes them.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean,
but to be a guy that you're just one of the guys, dude. You're like, yes, I do make it happen, but I'm just doing what I can when you guys make it happen.
Do your job.
Everybody. That's it. Yeah. Do your job. Whatever that happens to be at the moment, just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's cool. So what's your project you're on right now?
So we've got hotel. We've got a Marriott Fairfield Inn coming out of the ground next to Shields in Springfield. We've got a Marriott Fairfield Inn coming out of the ground in Mattoon.
Okay.
Memory Care Edition, Mount Zion. Marijuana dispensary in Forsyth. I get around to all those on a pretty regular basis right now, but working on a couple things on the front end that multifamily deals.
Yeah.
So we'll see where those
in the
go.
area.
One of them's in the area. Yeah.
You guys no longer. I don't know. Did you guys have the conference center?
We did up until about 2 months ago.
Okay, I heard it changed hands.
Yep.
I don't want you to have to try to speak for them, but did they have plans whenever they bought it of going to do some stuff that you were aware of that you could speak on at all?
The new owners?
Yeah. I don't know if they bought it with intentions or if you're like,
they're just going to continue to run it as a hotel. They're more of a, that property is a whole different animal. That's the largest hotel and convention center. It's the largest in the state of Illinois, south of I-80. So
that thing is a monster.
You really need to have ownership almost there daily to make it work. And that's what they were kind of planning on doing was running it they only have one hotel, so they've got one focus and they're going to try to run it that way.
Okay.
And
try to utilize all the space and
that and
space.
Oh, it's a monster. And if you spend all your time there, you can make it kind of work. I mean, COVID really hurt that particular property, especially with, all the events that were going on. All of a sudden those go away.
Oh yeah.
That's a big part of that's a big revenue stream for out there. So yeah, no, they're a local group and they're going to continue to run it as a hotel. And, we'll see where they end up at, but it's
always stayed nice.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've put, I can't tell you how much into that to remodel especially the 4-story in the public areas, but it's a super nice building. It's probably a little too big for Decatur,
right?
But overall, it's a nice hotel. It's just tough to Have to manage that much space under roof. And,
Right.
if you don't want to be in full service, which full service hotels, which is, obviously you got food and beverage and all that stuff too, is a lot to manage.
So is that Sports Zone, is that a separate company, or is that?
No, that's in-house.
Okay.
That's in-house. So that, they'll do what they are going to do with that. And I don't know if they'll be open 5 days a week or what.
Yeah.
But they've got a son that's going to be there full time, and they've got, I think, a daughter and maybe a daughter-in-law or something like that'll be there full time as well. So they've got their family in there, and they're gonna.
You know what you guys should buy and do something with is the mall, bro. What's up with the mall? That mall, it's like
never.
You said I couldn't give that to you.
Oh, God! I obviously we care what happens to the mall with it being next to our office and the hotel across the street from our office and all that, but. That's a lot of space that I don't know what the answer to that is. I mean, I think something will come along, whether retail rebounds a little bit from the online stuff or what, but that there's a lot of possibilities there.
It's a lot.
I have people ask me that all the time, do you have any interest in doing anything in the mall? And
who is it? Who owns it? Is it an outfit? I thought it was a person.
No, it's a group, I believe. They own the mall in Tuscola. They own the outlet mall in Tuscola too, I believe. So it's the same
empty mall.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just know it's the same group.
That shit's empty.
I think they own a lot of malls throughout the country. I mean, I think they're a big conglomerate like that, but I don't know what their plan is.
It seems like they're playing the mall somewhere else.
I don't know. That would be
the question for them, huh?
It'd be a huge maintenance and upkeep headache.
Man,
so obviously you've got to maintain it well enough to keep it from going into.
Dude, that's like 20 blocks of roof.
Oh, I mean that's the dispensary was owned by the mall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Hickory Point.
Yeah, Hickory Point. And the last group that owned the mall that sold to this group was nowhere near.
Is that movie theater open, or is it?
No, it's not currently. Not currently. I've heard rumors and this and that's going to go in there, but
what's going to go in there?
Oh, I've heard everything from another movie theater. I've heard they're going to do, IMAX and this and that. And I don't know. I hope it reopens.
Put something in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big brick building, so it'll be interesting to see what all comes about. But they did finally, obviously, they sold the Hickory Point Bank building, which the previous group was not reasonable on numbers for what they were looking to sell. So we tried to buy another piece of ground off of them over there, and they weren't just nowhere near where they needed to be.
Right.
And I don't know. I hope there's some new stuff coming to force.
So is the land that's around the mall, does that belong to the mall? Like the main place has signs and like empty lots surrounding the mall?
So on the back side there, on the would be west side and southwest side there, that's all mall property.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I just didn't know. I was like, well, somebody's going to put something there. They should do something with that damn mall.
There, you could do a lot with that space,
dude,
but I don't know what that is. So, I mean, I hope retail comes back a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
I'm not a big.
I'm not really a shopper, but my son and I will go over to like Shields or that Marketplace Mall in Champaign. It's still a mall. They still got actual stores everywhere. It's legit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll go hit the food court.
Yeah. I mean, there's, if you can get the right, flagship stores in there.
Yeah.
Then it works. But we're not.
We're
not doing it.
We're in trouble.
No, I'm saying we're not.
Oh,
we are not buying.
You're like, we'll go
ahead and
shopping if someone puts stores in.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing, but no
interest there, huh?
No, not in something like that, especially. But I hope it continues to stay open and do well. So,
Right.
I mean, I know they've got some of their flagship stores there that do well, Von Mar and
Right. Yeah. Von Mar, and then Hobby Lobby and TJ Maxx is out. Yeah, they got a few stores, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, there's a lot of empty.
Yeah.
That's a couple of years ago. Someone was, man, you know how much you can get a storefront? And it's like, yeah, because no one's coming. Of course. Yeah, that's great. You take your idea out there and
try. I mean, yeah, it's a good time to
jump in.
To want to try to get into retail stuff. I mean, it's a tough retail market right now, but I mean, as far as your opportunities to go get some store frontage somewhere,
for sure,
there's ample opportunities for that. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what all comes into Forsyth, but you hear this and that, and I don't know. We'll see what.
But Forsyth has been it looks good. They've been building good. Mount Zion and Forsyth. It seems like they've just kept it going.
Yeah, I mean they're two good places to live, good school districts, and it just
nice communities.
Yeah, but we'll see what comes in. I hope something major comes into the mall area here soon, though, because we could kind of use that boost from a tax standpoint. But yeah,
we'll see. Well, dude, I'll let you get out of here. I'm going to go chase this kid at baseball, and I appreciate you coming and taking time, man. It was nice to talk to you, man. I think, I'm happy for you, man. It sounds weird to say I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you, man. I think it's, you could be any, you're just doing what you're supposed to do, but that's not what everyone would do.
I guess,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So good for you. Yeah, you're a hell of a guy, and it was nice to chat with you.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up, and we will catch you on the next one. Until then, be kind to each other, man. Thank you. Okay. So before you close this episode out, let me take one more second to shout out our sponsors one more again. Your backyard deserves the best. In a family home and patio, they have it. In or above ground pools, premium brand hot tubs, all crafted right here in the U.S., and all your pool and spa installation, service, and supply needs. Family Home and Patio, where relaxation meets home. Give them a call at 217-877-2808 or visit them online at familyhomeandpatio.com. If you're in the D, stop in the showroom and discuss how they can make your dreams become reality. Aerial Elite Solutions specialize in providing high-quality aerial imagery and data collection for a variety of industries, including telecom, real estate, transmission and distribution, construction, agriculture, and more. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site surveys for your construction projects, or captivating footage for your events, Aerial Elite Solutions has an expertise in cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. If you're ready to take your business to new heights, literally, reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions today. Visit flyaes.com or give them a call at 217-330-7226 and see how they can help transform your projects with their services. Let me introduce you to a game changer in the world of content creation, Opus Clips. Imagine a powerful app that transforms your longer videos into engaging bite-sized reels that not only capture attention, but also promote your brand, your business, or even you. Well, you've seen the Beyond Business reels whenever you're going through with past guests or me. Well, I sure don't do it, and I wish I could take credit for it or had someone that did it, but I drag and drop a video. Opus Clips does everything. It creates the reels, it captions the reels, it cuts the reels, it posts the reels. With Opus Clips, you don't have to be a video editing whiz to create the stunning clips that resonate with your audience. This intuitive app does all the heavy lifting for you, automatically crafting highlights that shine perfect for social media, marketing campaigns, or simply sharing your creative genius with the world. So if you're ready to elevate your content game, scan the QR code right here to unlock the full potential of Opus Clips. Let your creativity flow and watch your engagement soar. What are you waiting on? Scan the link and start creating reels today. Your brand deserves to shine, and Opus Clips is here to help you do just that. If you're looking for delicious, healthy meals delivered right to your door, Factor's got you covered. A lot of us tend to eat unhealthy just because we don't have the time to plan ahead. Or when we get done with the day and it's finally time to eat on something, we don't have the time or energy to go prep a meal. The last thing we want to do is go get in a drive-through line because we know they don't serve nothing worthwhile that's healthy for your body out of there. So Factor's got you covered. They have a wide variety of chef-prepared meals. You can enjoy nutritious options that save you time and keep you fueled throughout your day. And when you get on to start your account here, you'll get 50% off, first of all, which is amazing, by using code BB50. But you'll get to walk through, and if there's stuff you don't like, if you don't like fish, or you don't like, strawberries, or a red sauce, you can say it, and they'll handcraft your menu specifically for you. So yeah, whether you're gluten-free, low carb, low calorie, high protein, whatever, dude, they got you. All hooked up, delivered, big portions, great flavor. Use code BB50 when you head over to factor75.com and start your journey to healthier meals. Get out of the pizza line at the gas station, get out of the drive-through line, and start getting yourself together by eating better. Fuel the machine properly. This is the easy and inexpensive way to do it. Get that discount. Head over to factor75.com. Use code BB50 at checkout. Midwest Lightning Rod specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is safe haven during the storms. Their dedicated team understands the importance of safety and offers free estimates to help you decide the best protection for your property. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself peace of mind of knowing that you're well protected. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com or give them a call 217-872-4676 to learn more about how you can become part of the community that has been protected by Midwest Lightning Rods. Thank you again, everybody, for taking the time to stay tuned in this long, for tuning in at all, for joining me for this ride. And thank you for the sponsors for supporting the podcast and helping us bring this content to these wonderful people. Hey, everybody, be kind to each other, and we shall catch you on the next one.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive.